Andy1 Pokenobi here, and how y'all doing? I just wanted to make a quick video about my Suicide Squad. I know I've been talking about it, and I think it's now time to go ahead and do that. So first off, I want to say thank you to Kirovtwo, Kirovtwo. She's an Instinct member who is freaking awesome. She's the one that gave me the name Suicide Squad. I honestly don't even remember what I was calling it prior to that. I was probably just saying, this is my group of Pokemon that I just throw at gyms and use for Poke battles. And then we met at the Dratini Community Day, and she said, "Oh, that's your Suicide Squad." And I love her accent. I don't think I've told her, but if she watches this video, now she's going to find out. And in the accent that she said it, it was just like, oh my God, that's so awesome. And I've been calling it my Suicide Squad ever since. I've been kind of going, I've been geeking out about it. And every time I talk to anyone, I'm like, my Suicide Squad, my Suicide Squad. So, Kirov, hey, you did that. Thank you very much. Now, my Suicide Squad, I like to choose Pokemon that will basically have a CP of, at the very least, 800. And that could be, the first evolution, second or third, or, just those Pokemon that don't evolve. And, that causes problems for me sometimes. And you're getting ready to find out, because as we stated in the first video, I have hoarding issues. And so whenever I see a strong Pokemon, I'm like, oh yeah, you're going onto the Suicide Squad. It might be months before I actually use them. I know, it sounds weird. I've also begun hitting the gyms harder now since we don't have the maps and I can't make videos and just hunt stuff down like I used to. So I have been going through my Suicide Squad a little bit more. I have been using a lot of my main Pokemon because the gyms that I've been going after, people have been defending and fighting, so I needed the best ones to help me beat them down faster. Anyway, without further ado, so in the previous video about naming, I stated that I put a period. I renamed my Suicide Squad to a period because it's the easiest way to get to them quickly when you sort. Normally I have it sorted by number. So first thing we see is Bulbasaur. I didn't do that purposely to show how many shinies I have because, I know people who got a lot more. But, hey, there you go. I think I was at 8. So, yay. Anyway, so let's say I'm battling or getting ready to set up a Suicide Squad in my party. I don't want to have to sort through or scroll through other Pokemon. I'd rather go ahead and just know, hey, this is my most powerful ones, because any of these sorting mechanisms here always base it on, well, except for recent, CP. It sorts it on CP. And I want to make sure I get my strongest ones out there when I'm fighting, and sometimes I want to get the mid-levels when I'm defending. It depends on what's going on, how the gym is looking, if I'm slotting in, if someone's already there. I tend to try to mimic what the other people are doing in the gym, because I don't want to have a gym full of Blissies, Chanseys, and stuff like that, and then I throw in a Natu. I know there are people who do that. I'm not judging anyone who does that. It's just, again, me personally, how I like to do things. And I understand some people they're really close and they're just looking for gold. They don't care about the gym, while others do. So I know there's different reasons for why people do things, which is one reason why I collect so many for my Suicide Squad, so that I can have a broad range. As you noticed when you first went through it, I got some Dragonite. Yeah, I have a couple of Dragonites. And notice, these are just the Suicide Squad Dragonites. I got a bunch more. You can see, 3 of them are, well, 4 of them are fainted. Dragonite has a special place in my heart, so I'm not necessarily 100% on going to transfer them. I probably will, because I'm going to need space. As you can see, I only got 3 spots. But I'm going to try to not, because, like I said, I have a special soft spot for Dragonite. Although, like I said, the way the game has been being played recently, I may be like, okay, well, I really don't need them. You know, their IVs aren't that great, but, I mean, they got some pretty beast CPs. So CPs, you know, kind of, I don't want to say outweigh IVs, but when you got a 29 Dragonite, sometimes you don't really care. It's like, okay, I'm going to still use that one. He may have a 11 on his attack, but you know what? I'm going to still use that. Anyway, so like I said, it sorts it by CP, and I just like to have a broad range. Just want to share. I'm just going to basically show you all these, because I've more or less told you what my requirements are. I want at least 800. Obviously, I'll take a 500 Tyranitar and throw it on my Suicide Squad, or a 600 Chansey. Depends on the Pokemon, or 600 Dragonite. And then go from there. I got Shuckles there because who doesn't fear the Shuckle? Now, prior to making my Suicide Squad, I was setting and selecting Pokemon that I wasn't going to necessarily transfer, but I was like, you know what? I still want to use that Pokemon in the gym. And this was way before we had revive issues. So, like, honestly, in the old days, I was using the period when I was sorting stuff so that I can go back and just delete everybody, which is how they became the Suicide Squad, because when we started getting fewer revives, I started looking at that list like, well, let me use them first, because we all know this game, you can beat up almost anything with almost anything else. I remember when very first time I took down a gym, I used this is back in the old day when Hypno was the strongest Pokemon, and I used a level 58 Paris to knock out, I think it was a 1000 CP Hypno. You know, that's what made it real for me. Like, okay, this game, you can survive if you do it properly. And so, yeah, it kind of warped me a little bit. So, you know, don't want to get too far because I don't want to go into my bonds. But as you can see, I have, you know, those 3 bonds there, Jolteon, Pikachu, and Pikachu. And then I'm getting into my perfects. So, actually, I have fewer members of my Suicide Squad than I personally thought. But, yeah, I have been transferring because I need space of the ones that, I've been transferring the ones that have just been like a Rhyhorn. As soon as it, you know, faints, I'll transfer it. So yeah, there we go. I'm not too sure what else to say, because y'all know me. Y'all know how I'm kind of just doing this by the seat of my pants. Hopefully I didn't hurt anyone when I uploaded that Mareep video. Oh my god, I'm still geeking out. I can't wait. Don't expect me to be doing anything on Community Day except hunting Mareep. I mean, prior to the event, I'll be talking around and stuff like that. But as soon as 2 o'clock hits, y'all aren't gonna see me. Well, I mean, y'all don't see me now anyway, but you know what I'm trying to say. All right, Andy1, Pokenobi here, and Stinked out.